On parade for the open of the one horse is Governor Hooney, owned by Craig Eugene Bauman, with Jeff Out. 2 is RW's Out of Towner, owned by Dirk Steinman, with Jim Daly. Number 3, Fantastic Sam, is owned by Lloyd Davis, with Jack Daly. 4, KD's Brett, is owned by Clarence DeLong, with Jamie Dunlap. Number 5, Always Gone, is owned by Malbra and Brown, Terry Groves. Number 6 is San Best of Sam, owned by Mike Campbell, with Joe Pavia Jr. The 7 horse is Dashin' Home, owned by Paul Cruz, with Mike Wilder. The 8 is Bunny Scoot, owned by Debbie Day. She drives. Number 9, Stop the Insanity, is owned by Stevens and Nacera, Randy Tharps. And the 10 horse is Vagabond Victor, owned by Kevin Sizer. Wade Ross is the driver. That's your field for the opener. Post time in 7 minutes. Full field of 10 claiming pacers go postward in tonight's first race at Scioto Downs. They straighten away in the backstretch, and they're approaching the start. They're off. Bunny Scoot is out fast from the extreme outside, along with KD's Brett towards the inside. RW's Out of Towner gets away racing in third, followed by Governor Howney fourth. Alongside Fantastic Sam from fifth, and it's Vagabond Victor. Always Gone settles back in. Next up, San Best of Sam, Dashin' Home, and Stop the Insanity is last as the field makes their way around to the top of the stretch. And it's Debbie Day and Bunny Scoot quickly, scooting clear by 3 lengths. KD's Brett is racing second through an opening quarter very fast, 27 flat. Passing the stands for the first time, it is Bunny Scoot. Bunny Scoot trying to be throttled down there, has the lead by 2.5 lengths. KD's Brett is second. RW's Out of Towner is third. Next up, it's Governor Howney from fourth. Fantastic Sam being hustled up there, starts to get into gear a bit, followed by Vagabond Victor, who's locked in. Sam Best of Sam into the outer flow. Next, it's Always Gone, Dashin' Home, and Stop the Insanity as they make their way around the turn to the half-mile pole. It is Bunny Scoot. Bunny Scoot there passes the half in 57-1. Bunny Scoot heads down the backstretch with a 1-length lead. Driving up on the outside, Governor Howney into second, followed by KD's Brett third by 2. RW's Out of Towner is next up fourth by the same. Then it's Vagabond Victor. San Best of Sam has 7 to make up. Towards the inside is Always Gone. Then 2 lengths farther back to Dashin' Home, a struggling Fantastic Sam. And Stop the Insanity continues to trail as they make their way around the far turn. And this is 9-1 long shot. Bunny Scoot, who is still on top. Bunny Scoot 3/3 in 1:25-2. And that could have hurt him. As they hit the top of the stretch, Bunny Scoot is on top by a length. Governor Howney the outside second, and KD's Brett has been saving ground all the way. The Pocket Rocket looking for the inside passing lane as they make their way into the stretch. It's Bunny Scoot on top. KD's Brett, Governor Howney is all done. This one is all Bunny Scoot. Bunny Scoot might be edging away here at the wire. Bunny Scoot by 2 lengths. KD's Brett second best, and Governor Howney third, 1:55-3. Bunny Scoot is back in the winner's circle for the first time this season. A 7-year-old bay gelding by Direct Scooter from Ariba Bunny by BG's Bunny. Is owned by Debbie Day of Plain City, Ohio. Dave Klotz, the trainer. Debbie Day drives this one to victory. Bunny Scoot, 1:55-3. First win of the season for Bunny Scoot. Here are the pacers for the second race. 1 is CL's Rain Man, owned by Summers and Metters, with Jamie Dunlap. 2 Tucson Express, owned by Philip Baldoff, with Brad Hanners. The 3 horses Young America, owned by Iris Horowitz, with Debbie Rucker. Number 4, Harry The, is owned by Christelle and Wachtel Ronsteck. 5, Sam Can Do, is owned by Sam Noble Jr., with Jeff Fount. The 6 horse is Magic Laugh, owned by Earl Zerfus Jr., with Walter Ferguson Jr. 7 is Win With Style, owned by Campbell Jr. and Hager with Joe Pavia Jr. The 8, Best of Cam, Richard Garrison, the owner. Mike Wilder is in the bike. From the outside is the 9, Magic Snowdrift, owned by Brinkerhoff, Buckner, Huffer, and Kirk, with Tom Brinkerhoff. And from the second tier, the 10, Cinder Lane Magic, owned by Wingfield and Wingfield. Jim Daly is in the bike. They're off and pacing. Sam Can Do is out fast from the far outside. Best of Cam is hustled off the gate, and Best of Cam quickly opens up by 2.5 lengths. Sam Can Do moving into second. Harry Thaw is third. Tucson Express fourth. Next up, Win With Style finds a seat in fifth, followed by CL's Rain Man, who now takes that seat away. Followed on the outside by Young America, Magic Snowdrift, 2 lengths farther back to Cinder Lane Magic and Magic Laugh as they make their way past the opening quarter, and they're there in 27 2/5, passing the stands, and quickly Jeff Fout is up to take over the top spot from Sam Can Do. Sam Can Do is on top by just over a length. Tucson Express is second, followed by Best of Cam back to third, 2.5. Harry Thaw is fourth. Win With Style is next in fifth. Next, it's CL's Rain Man, followed by Young America, who angles off the rail as they make their way around the turn to the half-mile pole. And now Brad Hanners takes over the lead with Tucson Express. Tucson Express through a half in 55 3, 28 1 on the second split. And Tucson Express, the even money favorite, has the lead just over a length. Second choice, Sam Can Do is tracking that leader in second. Best of Cam third. There goes Win With Style and Pavia. They're rolling up on the outside from fourth. 2 lengths farther back to Harry Thaw, who's having trouble keeping up. Outside is Young America getting underway. CL's Rain Man is locked in, followed by Cinder Lane Magic. Magic Snowdrift and Magic Laughed is last. They're covered by about 8 lengths as they pass the 3/4. 124 3, and they make their way to the top of the stretch, and it is the favorite and the second choice who have pulled away by 4 lengths. Tucson Express a length and a half. Sam Can Do is second. Off stride there went Win With Style. Best of Cam 7 off the pace as they make their way into the stretch, and Hanners starts to get after Tucson Express. It's Tucson Express by 2.5 lengths. Sam Can Do getting no closer, but Best of Cam is, but they're running out of real estate. Tucson Express is going to win it. Tucson Express from a late closing Best of Cam, and the 5, Sam Can Do third. 153 4. Making his way back to the winner's circle, Tucson Express, fastest mile ever for this one, 153 4. 4-year-old son of Tucson, Hanover, from I'm a Happy Noble by Most Happy Fella. Is owned by Philip Baldoff of Akron, trained by Alex Spence, driven by Brad Hanners. 5th win this season for Tucson Express. Here's the field. The 1, Call the Weatherman, owned by Scott Rudnick. Del S. Miller is the driver. Number 2, Jim Kelly, is owned by Barbara Autry. Mike Wilder in the bike. 3, Ronnie Perry's Harley Highlight and Randy Tharps. 4, Cash Flow, owned by Clayton Doherty with Adam Rucker. 5 horses, Gray Flyer, owned by Jack Farley with Don Feaster. Number 6, Bye Bye Sydney, is owned by Kimberly Dingledine, Jim Daly in the bike. 7, Shady Rival, is owned by Daniel Meyer with Jeff Fout. Number 8 is A-Bomb, owned by trainer Chuck Grubbs with Brad Hanners. The 9 is Mr. Cantwell, owned by Timothy Carsey, Jamie Dunlap. And the 10 is R Star Lane, owned by Larry and Morgan, Joe Pavia Jr. Starting gate approaching the start for tonight's 3rd race. They're off and pacing. Harley Highlight is out fast along with Jim Kelly from the inside. Shady Rival and Mr. Cantwell from the extreme outside gets away racing in 4th and is up after the lead. Bye Bye Sydney 5th. 3 Deep A-Bomb is 6th, followed by Call the Weatherman. Next up, it's Cash Flow, followed by R Star Lane, and Gray Flyer is last as they make their way over to the quarter-mile station. And Jamie Dunlap drives Mr. Cantwell from the far outside to the top. Mr. Cantwell through an opening quarter in 26-2. Passes the stands with a 1.5 length lead. Jim Kelly racing second and is out to overtake the leader. Harley Highlight back to third. Two back by Sydney is fourth, followed by A-Bomb fifth. Outside is Shady Rival parked sixth. Then it's a length and a half farther back to Call the Weatherman. Outside is R-Star Lane, who starts to get underway with about 7 to make up. Cash Flow and Gray Flyer. Around the turn to the half-mile pole, and it is Mr. Cantwell on top 3/4 of a length. Jim Kelly hustled up on the outside second, could not take over the lead there in 55-2. 29 seconds was what it cost Mr. Cantwell to stave off Jim Kelly, who's still there on the outside and still up after the lead, and now they're on even terms. Harley Highlight is back to third. Bye-Bye Sydney underway from fourth. A-Bomb is fifth. 3-wide move coming from R-Star Lane, only 3 off the pace in sixth. Then 2 lengths farther back to Shady Rival. Call the Weatherman can't keep up. Cash Flow and Gray Flyer, they're at the 3/4. Jim Kelly takes over the top in 1:24.4. Bye-Bye Sydney coming up to his flank in second, followed by R-Star Lane, who's now driven to the inside third. Gray Flyer on the extreme outside, along with Shady Rival as they make their way into the stretch. This one is Jim Kelly. It's Jim Kelly on top by 2 lengths. R-Star Lane driving up the inside. Bye-Bye Sydney's all done. Gray Flyer center of the course. They're coming after Jim Kelly inside. R-Star Lane outside. Gray Flyer getting up. Jim Kelly and R-Star Lane 156. Gray Flyer upsets the third at Scioto. A 7-year-old Gray Gelding by Flying Brett from Gray Hares by Distant Thunder. Owned and trained by Jack Farley of Troy, Ohio. Don Feaster, the winning driver. Second win of the season for Gray Flyer. 156. New lifetime mark for the 7-year-old Gray Flyer. Here's a look at the field for the fourth. 1 Bubba Gump is owned by Towering Oaks Farm with Randy Tharps. 2 Suburbanite is owned by Cooper and Hall, Ron Steck. Number 3, 5 on 5, owned by the Gusty Stable with Jeff Fout. Next up, it's the 4, Call Me Nuke, owned by Ron Gorby with Mike Wilder. Number 5, Private Ritual, is owned by Rich and the BJR Racing Stables Incorporated of Florida, Joe Pavia Jr. 6 horses, Sharp Dress Sam, owned by Reed Racing with Dean Collins. And the 7 is Oh Man, owned by Calvin Lamb with Brad Hanners in the bike. That's your fee. 7 pacers make their way to the backstretch for the 4th race, an $8,300 condition pace. There they go. They're off. Private Ritual fires out from the center of the track along with Call Me Nuke and Bubba Gump towards the inside. Racing around the far turn the first time, it's Private Ritual who opens up 2.5 lengths. Call Me Nuke racing in second. The favorite Bubba Gump is back to third. Suburbanite is fourth, a length and a half to 5 on 5, then 2 more to Sharp Dress Sam, and Oh Man settles into the trailing spot. They're covered by about 10 lengths as they make their way to the top of the stretch for the first time, and it is Joe Pavia Jr. and Private Ritual on top through an opening quarter of 27-1. Passing the stands for the first time, Private Ritual is on the lead. Private Ritual, a length and a half from Call Me Nuke, 2 farther back to Bubba Gump, who's closing in the gap third. Then 2.5, Suburbanite is fourth, followed by 5 on 5, Sharp Dress Sam, and 2.5 back to Oh Man, who continues to trail. They're single file around the clubhouse turn with a half-mile remaining, and it is Private Ritual showing the way. Private Ritual, a length and a half from Call Me Nuke and Bubba Gump through a half in 56-1. Heading down the backstretch, 4-1 shot. Private Ritual has been on the lead since the start and continues to lead by a length and a half. Call Me Nuke is racing in second. It's 3.5 lengths back to Bubba Gump, who's yet to get underway from third. 5 on 5, moving up on the outside fourth, still has about 6 lengths to make up. Suburbanite is next, followed by Sharp Dress Sam, who has about 8 to go, and then 2.5 to Oh Man. Nobody has challenged Private Ritual through 3/4 in 1:24 flat, 27-4 on the third split, and Private Ritual maintains command. But here comes Mike Wilder with Call Me Nuke on the outside, 3.5 lengths back to a struggling Bubba Gump, and 5-on-5 as they make their way into the stretch. Private Ritual is all out. Call Me Nuke is driving hard on the outside. 5 back to the rest of the field. It's Private Ritual and Call Me Nuke. Private Ritual hanging game. Call Me Nuke on the outside. Private Ritual holding on. Call Me Nuke was second. Looked like the 1 Bubba Gump held off the 3. 5-on-5. 1:53 the time for the mile. Wire to wire for Private Ritual, 1:53 the time for the mile. 7-year-old son of Casabranca from Romola Lobel by Precious Fellas. Owned by Michael Rich and the BJR Stables Incorporated of Florida. Lisa Pavia, the trainer, Joe Pavia Jr. pilots Private Ritual to win number 3 on the season. Here's the field. 1 is Enlisted Man, owned by the Enviro Stables Limited with Del S. Miller. 2, Holland Harley, is owned by Jay and Marcina Scott, Don Feaster. 3 is Robert Palmer's Sulky's Magic and Jim Daly. Number 4, Hansel Highlight, is owned by the Highlight Stable, Paul Wonder, Richard Ward, Brad Hanners is in the bike. 5, Just Cash, is owned by Dean and Denny Miller, Randy Tharps. The 6 horse, Cigar Lou, owned by Hodkinson, Mawad, and Rahal, Joe Pavia Jr. Number 7, Meadowland Sid, is owned by Tamara Hoovler and Paul Ann Sidley with Jamie Dunlap. The 8 horse is Bob's Four-Wheel Drive, owned by Allison Hensler with Mike Wilder. The 9 is Nat King Cam, under lease to Sean Howell with Jeff Vout. And number 10, Slam the Door, owned by Earl Bowman and Walter Andresi with Bill Zen. Tonight's 5th race, and they are approaching the start. They're off. Sulky's Magic is out fast. Cigar Lou from the far outside along with Hall and Harley, and Enlisted Man towards the inside. They scramble for early command as they race into the far turn, and Sulky's Magic has a narrow lead. Driving up on the outside, Cigar Lou and Enlisted Man shoots through at the rail. They're 3 deep. Hall and Harley back to 4th. 2.5 Slam the Door gets away 5th. Followed up by Jess Cash. 2 more lengths back to Hansel Highlight. Meadowland Sid. Bob's Four-Wheel Drive. And then it's Nat King Cam, the trailer, as they make their way past the opening quarter. Cigar Lou drives to the top in 27-1. And Cigar Lou off that sharp win last time out is opened up by 2.5 on Enlisted Man. Followed by Hall and Harley, who's back to 3rd. 2 more Slam the Door is 4th. Jess Cash 5th. Meadowland Sid getting underway on the outside, followed up by Hansel Highlight. Outside is Nat King Cam, faltering at the tail end. Sulky's Magic as they round the turn to the half-mile pole. It's Cigar Lou on top. Cigar Lou 2 clear of Enlisted Man through a half in 56-3. Pretty mild for tonight's standards. 29-2 on the second split, and Cigar Lou leads them up the backside, is in front by 2 lengths. Enlisted Man second. They're Slam the Door, inching up on the outside 3rd. Hall and Harley's locked in 4th. Meadowland Sid second over and now angling out 3 wide from 5th. 2 back Jess Cash is 6th. Outside, Nat King Cam is struggling to keep up from 7th, followed by Hansel Highlight. Outside, Bob's Four-Wheel Drive, and 4 farther back to Sulky's Magic, who's way out of it. 3/4 on the board in 1:24-4. They make their way to the top of the stretch. Cigar Lou on top 3 parts. Meadowland Sid coming to his flank in 2nd. Enlisted Man is starting to gap in 3rd. Slam the Door didn't have it. Hall and Harley is 3 wide with 7 to make up. As they make their way into the stretch, it's Cigar Lou on top. Meadowland Sid driving on the outside. Enlisted Man angles to the inside. Cigar Lou, Meadowland Sid, extreme outside. Jess Cash with Enlisted Man. They hit the wire, throw a blanket on them all. It was tight. Looked like Cigar Lou held on in 1:54. Back in the winner's circle, holding him off is the 6, Cigar Lou. 2nd straight win for this 4-year-old son of Noble Land Sam from Autumn Elaine by Melvin's Wall. Is owned by Hodkinson, Moan, and Rahal of Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Mike Pallone, the trainer, and Joe Pavia Jr. gets the job done with Cigar Lou. 5th win of this season, 1:54. New lifetime mark for the winner. Rundown for the 5th, Enlisted Man 3rd, Holland Harley 6th, Sulky's Magic 10th, Hansel Highlight was 5th, Jess Cash 4th, Cigar Lou the winner, Meadowland Sid 2nd, Bob's 4-Wheel Drive 8th, Nat King Cam 9th, and Slam the Door was 7th. Here are the Pacers for the 6th race. Number 1 is Osborne's Big Guy, owned by Josh Green with Ron Steck. 2, I. Carl's Hometown is owned by Harriet Fount with Justin Hall. 3 is Ronald Bates' Kiwi Sand Key and Jamie Dunlap. 4 is Hey Sam, owned by the Pal Pack Stables with Jeff Out. 5 is Shady Hill, owned by Quick Trick Stable and Dreamer Morgan with Randy Tharps. Number 6, Novelistical, is owned by the FLG Partnership of Avalon, PA with Brad Hanners. And the 7, Admonition, is owned by Purtlebaugh and Millam with Mike Wilder. They're off. Novelistical is out fast from the extreme outside, along with Shady Hill, Kiwi Sand Key, and Osborne's Big Guy as they make their way around the far turn the first time. And it is Novelistical and Brad Hanners who grab the early lead. Hey Sam racing in 2nd, outside Shady Hill driving up from 3rd. Next it's Osborne's Big Guy 4th, followed by I. Carl's Hometown, Kiwi Sand Key, and Admonition is last. They make their way over to the quarter-mile pole, and it's Shady Hill and Randy Tharps driving to the top in 26-4. Passing the stands for the first time, 1-2 favorite. Shady Hill as command by 2. Novelistical 2nd, 2.5 back. Hey Sam 3rd, 3 more to Osborne's Big Guy 4th. Next it's I. Carl's Hometown, 2 more Kiwi Sand Key, and Novelistical is last. They're fairly well spread out. About 10 lengths cover the field as they make their way around the turn, and Shady Hill is controlling the fractions. The favorite Shady Hill has the lead. Novelistical is tracking in 2nd. Hey Sam 3rd. Along the inside, Osborne's Big Guy is 4th. Halftime 56-1, and Shady Hill should be able to get the job done from here. It's Shady Hill on top by 2. Novelistical getting some urging now in 2nd, but starting to gap a bit as I. Carl's Hometown drives up on the outside from 3rd. Hey Sam back to 4th. Kiwi Sand Key, Osborne's Big Guy, and Admonition is into the outer flow with 5 to make up. They make their way around the far turn, and it is Shady Hill on top. Shady Hill by just a length. I. Carl's Hometown driving to 2nd. Kiwi Sand Key is 3rd. 3 back to Admonition. Novelistical is all done. 3/4, 125 flat. They make their way to the top of the stretch. It's Shady Hill on the inside who has the lead, but I. Carl's Hometown is driving hard on the outside. Kiwi Sand Key off the rail with a 3-wide bid. Shady Hill has the lead. I. Carl's Hometown continues to close. Up the inside, Admonition far outside. Kiwi Sand Key not enough. Shady Hill trying to hold on. I. Carl's Hometown and Admonition. Shady Hill, I. Carl's Hometown, Admonition 154-4. For Quick Trick Stable and Dreamer Morgan, trainer Virgil Morgan Jr. and driver Randy Tharps in the bike for this one. Shady Hill 154-4. This is 6-year-old son of Falcon Sealster from Tika Hill by Skipper Walt. 4th win of the season, 154-4, Shady Hill. Open Pacers on the track, 7th race. Number 1, Scoot to Power, is owned by Bartley and Bartley Jr., Ron Steck. The 2 is Prescott Hanover, owned by Zent, Krenitsky and Krenitsky, Bill Zent in the bike. Number 3, James Shunk's Flaming Dragon and Brad Hanners. Number 4, Hercules Sabra, is owned by Jerome Grogan with Calvin Wright. There's the 5-horse, Come On Sloopy Hang On, owned by Summers and Churches, Jamie Dunlap. The 6 is King of Crombie, owned by Darrow and Skolnick with Randy Tharps. And number 7 is Our General, owned by Reed Racing, and Dean Collins is in the sulkies. Starter calls him in for tonight's 7th race. The gate is rolling. They're off. Scoot to Power is out fast between horses. Prescott Hanover is there along with Come On Sloopy Hang On and Our General from the extreme outside. 3 deep around the turn. Our General puts the nose in front between horses. Come On Sloopy Hang On shoots through, and now Come On Sloopy Hang On grabs the lead. Our General alongside second. Scoot to Power third. 2 back Prescott Hanover wanted no part of that early battle and is racing fourth. Next up, it's Flaming Dragon, followed by Hercules Sabra, and 3 farther back to King of Crombie. They're by the opening quarter in 26-4, and on the outside, Our General and Dean Collins drive to the top. They open up by a length, but quickly, Jamie Dunlap and Come On Sloopy Hang On are up to retake as they pass under the wire with 5/8 to go. Come On Sloopy Hang On has the lead. Our General back to second, Scoot to Power third. Prescott Hanover angles to the outside fourth. Picking up the live cover is Flaming Dragon, followed up by Hercules Sabra and King of Crombie. Around the turn they go to the half-mile pole, and it is Come On Sloopy Hang On. Come On Sloopy Hang On through a half in 56-1. Leads him down the backside. Our General racing in second. There goes Prescott Hanover driving up on the outside from third. Scoot to Power is locked in fourth. Second over Journey for Flaming Dragon from fifth, followed up by Hercules Sabra, and King of Crombie is on the outside, but gapping 4 off the pace. They're moving on to 3/4, and it is Come On Sloopy Hang On who maintains the lead. It's 3 parts of a length. We haven't seen the best yet out of Prescott Hanover, who's advancing on the outside second. Our General right there in the pocket third. 3/4, 125 flat, and they make their way to the top of the stretch. Come On Sloopy Hang On the inside. Prescott Hanover driving on the outside. Our General is back to third. 3 back to the rest of them as they make their way into the stretch. It's Come On Sloopy Hang On all out. Prescott Hanover the outside. Our General with a late move at the rail. Come On Sloopy Hang On. Prescott Hanover. Prescott Hanover getting up 153. They're going some wicked miles tonight. This is an earner of nearly $250,000 in his career on the racetrack. A 7-year-old son of Kentucky, spurred by Prerogative from Precious Fella, and yet he almost set a new lifetime mark tonight. 153 the time for the mile. Prescott Hanover 2 in a row for Zent, Krenitsky, and Krenitsky. Bill Zent, the trainer driver, 3rd win on the season. Del S. Miller. The 3 is Top Notch Kyle, under lease to the Gusty stable with Jeff Fount. Number 4 is Gifted Cowboy, owned by Glenn and Norma Huber with Randy Tharps. 5 horse is Scrappy Eddie, owned by Walter Kaplinger with Mike Wilder. 6 is Mark Clark's Out West, and Brad Hanners in the bike. Number 7, Crown Time Returns, is owned by Esther Crownover with Jim Daly. The 8 horse is DC Falcon, owned by Reed Racing and Dean Collins. Dean Collins is the driver. And number 9 is Sergeant Carter, owned by Walter Beaver with Jack Daly in the bike, and post time is in 5 minutes. Starting gate is rolling for tonight's 8th race. They're off. Scrappy Eddie is out fast along with Top Notch Kyle and Gifted Cowboy as they race around the far turn. Scrappy Eddie on the outside, Top Notch Kyle on the inside. Scrappy Eddie goes on with it. Top Notch Kyle back to second, followed by Gifted Cowboy third. Then it's 2 lengths farther back to Beatty Towner, who gets away fourth. Length and a half back to Out West, then 2 more to Crown Time Returns, DC Falcon, and Sergeant Carter as they make their way to the top of the stretch for the first time. And Top Notch Kyle puts Scrappy Eddie in the pocket through a quarter of 27-3. Passing the stands, it's even money favorite Top Notch Kyle and Jeff Fount. They're on top just over length. Scrappy Eddie is a tight second. 2 farther back, Gifted Cowboy third. Beatty Towner along the inside is a very tight fourth there as the 6 Out West angles to the outside. Crown Time Returns picks up the cover. Then it's DC Falcon, Sergeant Carter, and Gomer Pyle is last. They round the turn to the half-mile pole. Top Notch Kyle is on the lead. It's Top Notch Kyle a length and a half. Scrappy Eddie right there second, 58-2. Absolutely walking the second split of 30-4 as they head up the backside. The favorite should have an easy time from here. Top Notch Kyle a length and a half. Scrappy Eddie sticking right with him in second. There goes Out West to the outside third. Crown Time Returns is trying to catch his best gear on the outside fourth. Next up, it's DC Falcon. Gifted Cowboy is not going well. He's gapping out at the rail, 6 from the pace. Then 2 more back to Sergeant Carter and 2 more back to Beatty Towner. They're at the 3/4 in 1:26-4. And as they make their way to the top of the stretch, Top Notch Kyle ups it to a 28-2 third split and has to contend with a challenge from Out West. Scrappy Eddie's been sitting up close the whole way, and Crown Time Returns is angling out 3 wide for the drive as they make their way into the stretch. It's Top Notch Kyle on top. Here comes Scrappy Eddie driving up the inside. Out West is just drifting. Top Notch Kyle and Scrappy Eddie, they hit the wire together. Scrappy Eddie getting up. Top Notch Kyle and Out West, 154-3. Scrappy Eddie makes it back to the winner's circle for the second time this season for owner Walter Kaplinger of Frankfort, Ohio. Walter Kaplinger, the trainer, Mike Wilder, pilots Scrappy Eddie to victory in 154-3. This is a new lifetime mark for the son of Nuclear Siren out of the chairman of the board, Mayor Sherry Hello. Here's the field. The one is Gifted Ruler, owned by John and Diana Ackley. Virgil Morgan Jr., the trainer, Brad Hanners. Number 2 is Trini's Best, owned by Ron Barker with Justin Hall. 3 is Parkham Mark, owned by Jerome Grogan with Randy Tharps. Number 4, Sox Alexis, is owned by Marissa Green, Rodney Rose, and Walter Green, Jeff Fount. The 5 is Bannock, owned by Dean Collins and Diane Elliott. Dean Collins, the driver. Number 6, Minx Cadet, is owned by the Enviro Stables Limited of New York, New York, Del S. Miller. 7 is Native Dragon, owned by Bay Racing Stable with Mike Wilder. The 8 horse is Truthful Doug, owned by Thompson, Mitchell, and Westover, Jack Daly. And number 9, Megan's Buckaroo, owned by the Bonjo Farm of Pompano Beach, Florida, and Joe Pavia Jr. is the reinsman. 6 minutes until post. They're off in pacing. Sox Alexis is out fast with Parka Mark towards the inside. Gifted Ruler is up close, and Megan's Buckaroo drives up from the extreme outside. Around the far turn, Sox Alexis grabs the early lead. Megan's Buckaroo the outside second. Parka Mark is third by 3. Gifted Ruler is fourth. Trini's Best fifth. Minx Cadet settles into a big hole there, racing in sixth, followed by Bannock. Next up, it's Native Dragon with Truthful Doug last. They roll past the opening quarter, and they're there in 27 seconds flat. And passing in front of the stands, it is Joe Pavia and Megan's Buckaroo, driven hard to the top, opening up by 2 lengths. Sox Alexis second, followed by Parkham Mark third. Gifted Ruler next up fourth. Trini's Best is 2 lengths farther back, followed by Minx Cadet. Also to the outer flow, Native Dragon with Truthful Doug and Bannock. Around the turn, they go to the half-mile pole, 17-1 long shot. Megan's Buckaroo has command. Megan's Buckaroo from Sox Alexis, but there goes Hanners with Gifted Ruler on the outside, up after the lead. 56-3, time for the half. Heading up the backside, it's Megan's Buckaroo on top, 3 parts of a length. Gifted Ruler, strong challenge on the outside second. Sox Alexis is third. Outside, Trini's Best is gapping the cover from fourth, as is Parka Mark, who gaps out at the rail in fifth. Outside, the New York shipper Minx Cadet is trying to get underway with 7 lengths to make up. Bannock is next, followed by Native Dragon and Truthful Doug. Field covered by about 10, and Gifted Ruler has worn down Megan's Buckaroo through 3/4 in 1:24-3. Around to the top of the stretch. Gifted Ruler on top, just a half a length. Sox Alexis shakes loose from the outside second, followed by Megan's Buckaroo third. Next up, it's Trini's Best as they make their way into the stretch, and Hanners is all out with Gifted Ruler. Here's Sox Alexis on the outside. 3 farther back to Megan's Buckaroo and Truthful Doug with a late move, but Gifted Ruler comes back. Sox Alexis is all done. Gifted Ruler is going to win it by 2, shortening up at the wire, 154-4. Noble Ann Sam from Denora Hill by Sydney Hill. Owned by John and Diana Ackley of Washington Courthouse. Trained by Virgil Morgan Jr. Brad Hanners pilots Gifted Ruler to this victory in 154-4. It's a print for place, ladies and gentlemen. Judges will examine a print before posting the place and show finishers. Here's the field. Number 1, KL Sharpshooter, owned by Paul Seaford with Charles Neff. The 2 is Keystone Romeo, owned by the late Max Hemp with Bill Zent in the bike. Number 3 is Meadowland Sam, owned by Tamara Hoovler with Jamie Dunlap. The 4 horse is Thursday, owned by Keith and Donna Ross with Jim Dele. 5, Renee Cresty's Bahama Bunny and Jeff Fount. And number 6, Bud's Victory, owned by Terry Guillon with Brad Hanners. That is your field for tonight's feature. Post time is in 7 minutes. Pacers turn on their way to the starting gate, and the gate is rolling for tonight's feature. Invite Pacers approaching the start. There they go. They're off. Bahama Bunny is out fast on the far outside with Bud's Victory, Keystone Romeo, and up close third, KL Sharpshooter fourth, Meadowland Sam, and Thursday. Around the far turn they go the first time, and Bud's Victory grabs the early lead. Bud's Victory a length and a half. Bahama Bunny is racing up close in second. 3 farther back to Keystone Romeo, who's closing up the gap in third, followed up by KL Sharpshooter, Meadowland Sam, and Thursday. They pass the opening quarter in 26-3. Passing the stands for the first time. This is Bud's Victory. Bud's Victory, controlling the fractions, has the lead by 2 lengths. Bahama Bunny is second, followed by Keystone Romeo third. KL Sharpshooter is fourth. Meadowland Sam and Thursday is next. No challengers yet for Bud's Victory. Bud's Victory, 3-1 third choice. Makes it away on the clubhouse turn with a length and a half lead. Bahama Bunny in the pocket second, followed up by Keystone Romeo third. KL Sharpshooter. There goes Meadowland Sam from the back of the pack, with Thursday also getting underway. Halftime, 57-1. Very mild second split for this one, and Bud's Victory trying to make it 6 in a row. Has the lead with 3/8 remaining. Heading down the back stretch, it's Bud's Victory, a length and a half. Bahama Bunny sitting a very patient second. Meadowland Sam first up and rolling from third. Keystone Romeo shuffle back to fourth. Thursday and KL Sharpshooter. 3/4, Bud's Victory on top, 125-3. Around the turn to the top of the stretch, Bud's Victory on top, a length and a half. Bahama Bunny sitting right there in second. Meadowland Sam yet to hit his best gear. Thursday angles out for a 3-wide bid as they make their way in the stretch. And Hanners goes to the whip on Bud's Victory. Here comes Bahama Bunny driving up the inside, followed by Keystone Romeo. Bahama Bunny and Bud's Victory. It's Bahama Bunny getting up. Looked like Keystone Romeo over Bud's Victory in 153-4. Bahama Bunny, 6-year-old son of Precious Bunny by the Big Towner mare, out of the Big Towner mare, Tropic Town. Owned by trainer Renee Cresty, Jeff Fout pilots this one to victory in 153-4. Third win on the season. $5-2 exacted, 37.80. Try 5.26, 148.20. Buck Hill, owned by Lohman and Miller, Joe Pavia Jr. 2 is Samarama, owned by Marianne Georges with Brad Hanners. The 3 horse is May I Have This Dance, owned by Jeff Fountain, Bruce Soulsby with Jeff Fountain the sulky. 4 is the Darby's Edge Stables Western Pursuit and driver Mike Wilder. Number 5, Confessor, is owned by Christina Gallops with Jack Daly. 6, Lord Tinsel, is owned by Parker and Berger, Jim Daly. 7 is Buggy Wrench Dandy, owned by Ernest Hageman with Jamie Dunlap. Number 8, Highly Rated, is owned by Darla Conklin with Don Feaster. The 9 horse is Travis Hanover, owned by Caserta and Potter with David Myers. And number 10 is Blast the Siren, owned by Davis and Arnold, Randy Tharp. Their way to the backside for the start of tonight's 11th race. There they go. And they're off. Samarama is out fast, along with May I Have This Dance. Confessor from the center of the course, and Travis Hanover gets away well as they race around the far turn the first time. And it's Confessor and Jack Daly up to grab the early lead. They open up by 2. Can I Have This Dance driving up after the leader from second. Travis Hanover rolls on from third. Samarama next in fourth. Buck Hill is fifth. 2.5 back to Blast the Siren, followed by Western Pursuit. Then 2 more to Lord Tinsel, followed up by Buggy Wrench Dandy and Highly Rated. They're by the opening quarter in 27-1, and passing the stands for the first time, Jeff Foud won at the top with May I Have This Dance, and the 8-5 favorite has got it now by just over length. Travis Hanover hung on the outside second, followed by Confessor at the rail in third. On the outside, that's Blast the Siren driving up 3 wide from fourth. Around a tired Travis Hanover as they make their way around the clubhouse turn. It is May I Have This Dance on top. Blast the Siren into second. Confessor is third. Western Pursuit only 2.5 off the pace setters in fourth. And the half goes in 57 seconds flat. Heading up the back set, it's May I Have This Dance on top. May I Have This Dance just over length. Blast the Siren now kicking into gear, getting up to the leader's flank in second. Confessor a tight third in the pocket. Western Pursuit right there second over fourth. Along the inside, Samarama gaps out fifth. 2 more back to Buck Hill, followed by a weary Travis Hanover. Lord Tinsel is locked in. Highly Rated and Buggy Wrench Dandy. 3/4, 125-1. Around the turn to the top of the stretch, it's May I Have This Dance on top by a length. Blast the Siren has seen better days. He's dropping back in second, followed at the inside by Confessor. Western Pursuit driving up on the extreme outside. They've got an 8 to go. They're driving in the stretch, and May I Have This Dance has the lead. Here comes Western Pursuit. Buck Hill center of the course. It's Western Pursuit short lead. Buck Hill way out wide. Samarama the rail. Buck Hill getting up. Western Pursuit and Samarama 154-3. It's official. Exacta 1-4, 64 even. The try 1-4-2, 361-80. Back in the winner's circle, Buck Hill, 6-year-old black gelding by Sidney Hill from Bright Flare by Oil Burner. Owned by Sturgill Lohman and Walter Miller of Ohio. Alex Spence, the trainer. Joe Pavia Jr. drives Buck Hill to win number 4 on the season. 154-3. New lifetime mark for Buck Hill. Owned by David Merrick with Jeff Fout. The 2 is Sir Walter Raleigh, owned by the FLG partnership with Joe Pavia Jr. 3 Roney Returns is owned by Sawtell and Miller with Jim Daly. Number 4, Raging Tiger, is owned by Paulie, the Bay Racing Stable, Jackson and Purtleball with Don Feaster. 5 Big Stormy is owned by Banks and Holland with Dean Collins. Number 6, CMF Taiwan On, is owned by Terry Guion with Brad Hanners. 7, Dexter My Boy, is owned by Quintero and Belcher, Dave Stratton. The 8 is Overtaxed, owned by Randy Lee Owens with Mike Wilder. 9 horse Hawaiian Kahakai, is owned by Towering Oaks Farm with David Myers. And the 10 is Ronnie Perry's DL Sam. Randy Tharps is in the bike. And the starting gate is rolling. They're off. Roni Returns is out fast from alongside his Raging Tiger from the far outside. Overtaxed is away well along with CMF Taiwan on. Around the far turn the first time and Overtaxed grabs the early lead. Roni Returns racing second. CMF Taiwan on is third. Raging Tiger back racing in fourth by 2. Then it's Dexter My Boy next up, followed up by Raven Under Glass. Next Hawaiian Kahakai takes a seat. Then 2 farther back to DL Sam, Sir Walter Raleigh and Big Stormy. They make their way past the opening quarter in 27-1, and passing the stands, Brad Hanners takes over the top with CMF Taiwan on and opens up by 2 lengths. Overtax racing second, Raging Tiger and Don Feaster up after the leaders from third. Then it's Roni Returns back to fourth, 2.5 Dexter My Boy fifth. Raven Under Glass moves to the outside sixth. Picking up the live cover is DL Sam, followed by Hawaiian Kahakai. Sir Walter Raleigh into the outer flow, and Big Stormy is last. Around the turn of the half-mile pole, and it is CMF Taiwan on. CMF Taiwan on, the lukewarm 2-1 favorite, has the lead through a half in 56-3 and leads him down the backstretch 3 parts of a length. Raging Tiger up to the leader's flank in second, followed by Overtax third. There's Raven Under Glass quickly second over fourth towards the inside. Roni Returns is locked in fifth. Here comes DL Sam up 3 wide and motoring. Now he's caught out there 4 wide as they make their way into the far turn. DL Sam on the extreme outside rolls to the top. Raven Under Glass back racing in second, followed by CMF Taiwan on third. Raging Tiger between horses drops back fourth. Extreme outside Sir Walter Raleigh, and Overtaxed is locked in 3/4, 126. They make their way to the top of the stretch, and Randy Tharps and DL Sam have put this field away. They've opened up by 5. Raven Under Glass takes up the chase in second, followed by Sir Walter Raleigh, who angles to the outside. Big Stormy late move Overtaxed, but they will not get to DL Sam. He is much the best of these. DL Sam, Raven Under Glass, Sir Walter Raleigh, and Overtaxed fourth, 154-3. This is 7-year-old Brown Gelding by Anxious Robbie, from Skipper J. Sarah by Skipper Rip. By Ronnie Perry of Franklin, Ohio. David Perry, the winning trainer. Randy Tharps aboard for the victory. Second win of the season, this time 154-3. Official 10-1 exact is 76.20. Try 10-1-2, $397.40. The Pacers for the 13th race. Number 1 is Fiddler's Fun, owned by Sam Bowie with Jeff Fout. 2 Bread Box is owned by Clarence and Rhonda Gillum with Ralph Leogrand. 3 It's Pocket Money is owned by Constance Messler with Jim Daly. Number 4 TNT Hanover, owned by Beverly Bushelman with Randy Tharps. The 5 horse is Top Shelf, owned by Richard Clance with Keith Justice. Number 6, Little Guy Colby, is owned by Keith and Donna Ross with Mike Wilder. 7 is James D. Lowe's Thong Watcher and Jack Daly. 8, I'm Steven, is owned by Charles Brannigan with John E. Collins. 9 is the Daijo Racing Stables Broad Grin and Joe Pavia Jr. 10 Winner Sabra is owned by Dean Collins, Monam, and W.F. Collins. Dean Collins is in the bike. They're approaching the start. And they're off. Red Box is out fast along the inside. Fiddler's Fun is there with Its Pocket Money as they race around the far turn the first time. And Bread Box grabs the early lead, opens up by 2. Fiddler's Fun is second, Winner Sabra gets away third. It's Pocket Money fourth. Next up, TNT Hanover, followed by Top Shelf. 2 lengths farther back to Little Guy Colby. Then a long gap of 5 to Broad Grin and Thong Watcher. Then about 10 lengths back to I'm Steven, who broke stride there and is way, way behind as they make their way around the turn to the opening quarter. And they are in 29-1. Very mild opening quarter put up here by Breadbox and Ralph Leogrand. They're on top by 2 lengths. Fiddler's Fun is second, followed by Winner Sabra third. It's Pocket Money Racing in fourth. 2.5 TNT Hanover fifth. There goes the 5 Top Shelf moving up on the outside from 6th. Next, it's Little Guy Colby with Broad Grin and Thong Watcher. Around the turn to the half-mile pole they go, and your 4 to 5 favorite Breadbox is showing the way. It's Breadbox a length and a half. Fiddler's Fun Racing second. Winner Sabra third. Top Shelf continues to grind it out first over from 4th, and the halftime goes in 58-3. Heading up the backside, Breadbox on top. Breadbox by 2 starts to get away from Fiddler's Fun, who's racing in second, followed by Top Shelf, who continues to gain ground on the outside third. Winner Sabra getting backed up 4th, followed by Little Guy Colby underway from 5th. He's got about 4 to make up, though. Next, it's Pocket Money, followed by TNT Hanover, then 2 more to Thong Watcher and Broad Grin. 3/4 in 1:26-3, and they'll be hard-pressed to get to Breadbox tonight. Breadbox has opened up a 5-length lead. Fiddler's Fun maintains second. Top Shelf dropping back between horses third, followed by Little Guy Colby on the far outside. They make their way into the stretch, and this one is all Breadbox. It's Breadbox by 4. Fiddler's Fun is racing in second, followed by Winner Sabra third. Late move, it's Pocket Money, but Breadbox is going to take the finale easily the best. Fiddler's Fun second, it's Pocket Money third. Winner Sabra was off stride, finishing 4th, 1:55-2. Season for this 6-year-old son of Rocky Bogart from Roxanne H. by True Luck. Is owned by Clarence and Rhonda Gillum. Clarence Gillum, the trainer. Ralph Leogrand, the winning driver. Breadbox in 1:55-2.